Hey again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So today I am starting some Lisianthus from seed. And this is actually probably the latest I've started my Lisianthus seed. I've just been so busy, but that's okay. I still will have plenty of time. I also have 3 different sets of Lisianthus plugs coming this spring from Farmer Bailey. So I'll have plenty of Lisianthus from the garden and maybe even can plant them at different stages. But anyway, in this video, I want to share with you my process this year for how I am starting these Lisianthus from seed, talk a little bit about growing Lisianthus, and then also share with you the varieties of plugs that I'm going to be growing. Now, if you have ever grown Lisianthus before for cut flowers, you know that they are beautiful flowers. Florists love them. They have an amazing vase life. I just absolutely love them. There's so many different varieties, but they take a very long time to grow. In fact, on my Johnny seed packet here, it says they take 155 to 165 days to maturity till they flower, which is a really long time considering it's about 100 days longer than a sunflower. So you definitely need to start them really early. They can be a little bit tricky to start from seed. Not all of mine ever make it out into the ground. That's why I also order plugs. But this time of year, I like to get seeds going, and so I always like to start some Lisianthus from seed. I'm doing a super simple process this year. Because Lisianthus are in their seed tray so long, they're prone to developing algae on the soil, which, if you keep it under control, it won't hurt the plant. But I'm going to be starting them intensively in this little tray. And then once they get a little bit bigger, I'm going to be transplanting them up into a normal cell tray. And by switching that soil, it's going to really help keep that algae at bay because I'm not going to be using the same soil the whole time they are in the tray. Now, the variety of seed that I'm starting, again, this is from Johnny. This is called the Lisiadora Apricot 3. This is a variety I have never started before, but I just thought it was so beautiful with that muted color palette. I think it will go with anything in my garden. And it is the 3, which means the Lisianthus are 1, 2, or 3, and that is the stage of flowering. So, for example, the plugs I'm getting from Farmer Bailey are a 2, so they will flower sooner than these, which are a 3. So you can stagger your blooms that way as well. Now, Lisianthus seeds are usually pelleted, which these are. They come in a little vial. They're usually yellow or white. These are white, and it makes it really, really easy for planting. And I'll show you close up when I put these in the soil, and you can see exactly what it looks like. So the first thing I need to do is get some seed starting mix in this little container. This is a meal prep container from Walmart, and I really like these because they come with a plastic lid. So I can use that as the humidity dome. I don't have to use saran wrap. It's just so much easier. I think these come in sets of 5 or 10, really economic. And the seed starting mix I'm using today is this Burpee Organic seed starting mix. It just happens to be what I have on hand. I do really love this variety though, but when I get to starting the rest of my seeds, I am going to be ordering some Pro Mix in bulk. But I do love this Burpee mix. You can get this at any garden center usually. Now my seed starting mix, I always like to pre-moisten it before I put the seeds in. And since we're just doing 1 tray today, I'm going to pre-moisten it right in this tray. All right, so I've got the tray about halfway full with soil. Then I'm going to just add a little bit of water to the soil to moisten it. It's really dry, so it takes a little bit to work into the soil, and I'm probably going to need more. Actually, I think this is going to be plenty. I want to get it all mixed in evenly, and then just gently pat it down so the soil's level. And then wash my hands. So now I just need to put the seeds on top of the soil. Here's what the vial of Lisianthus seeds looks like. And here you can see the pelleted seeds. These are going to be really easy to sow. So Lisianthus seeds get sown directly on top of the soil because they need light to germinate, which makes them very easy and very fast to start. And I'm just going to drop them throughout the tray, kind of spreading them out. There's 50 seeds in this packet, and this is going to go really fast. All right, that's it. The little white dots on the soil, which you probably can't even see, are all of the seeds. They're throughout the whole tray. And then just to break down that pelleted coating, I'm just going to do a really, oops, that was not a gentle mist. There we go. I'm going to do a really fine mist just to settle those on the soil. And I can already see that white coating breaking down. And that's it. This soil is plenty moist. These seeds are settled in. And then I'm going to put the lid on top of here. Make sure it's nice and tight. And that's it. Now these Lisianthus, because they need light to germinate, I'm going to go ahead and put these under my grow lights. And I'll throw a picture up on the screen. They need to be germinated at a temperature between 70 and 75 degrees. So if you are starting them in a room that is cooler than that, I recommend putting them on a heat mat. My room is within those temperatures, so I'm simply putting them under my grow lights and going from there. Lisianthus can take up to 2 weeks to germinate, so you just have to be patient. But once they start, you will see very, very teeny tiny green specks that will soon develop as leaves. And you just have to be patient because they do grow very slow. Now, once I see that my Lisianthus have germinated, 75% or so, I'm going to take this lid or the humidity dome off and let them grow on for there. And they're probably going to be in this tray a couple months. Once I think that they have, decent sized leaves, and I can kind of peek in there and make sure that they have, a root that's about an inch or two long, then I can transplant that up into a cell tray, and I will make sure to do a video when I do so. Now I want to share with you about the plugs that I ordered from Farmer Bailey. These will be coming, I think, around March 31st is their ship date. I have 3 varieties. They're all the Voyage 2 variety. I have a lavender, a yellow, and a white, and I think that's going to be super pretty for spring. I've never grown the yellow Lisianthus, and so I'm extra excited about that one, but I think they're all going to be beautiful. They're going to be, and when I said spring, that just made me think I'm not going to be harvesting them in the spring. I'm going to be harvesting them in the summer. But those lighter colors, I think, are going to be a really good balance from some of the other vibrant ones that I have in the garden. Anyway, went on a fun tangent there. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. I'm going to get these set under my grow lights, and stay tuned for a lot more. The next video you guys will probably see will be my winter sowing. I have some milk jugs saved. It's cold enough outside. I'm going to get ready to get that going. And then I have been busy getting my new grow space in my basement set up. So I'm going to give you a tour of that really soon as well, and share with you all of the lights and shelves and heat mats and misters, all of the products I use for seed starting, because everyone's going to be getting started on that really soon as well. So watch for that next week. Hope you guys are having a good January. Stay tuned for a lot more as always, and we'll see you soon.